Have you ever laid in bed, stared at the ceiling, and wondered why it's getting harder just to get out of bed in the morning? Not because you're in pain, but because your arms and legs just don't feel like they belong to you anymore. Maybe your steps are slower, your grip isn't what it used to be, or your legs feel wobbly when you're trying to stand up from a chair. It's not just you. Millions of people over 60 experience this silent shift, not overnight, but little by little. It's called sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle strength and mass. And while aging starts the process, what we do before bed every night is quietly accelerating it. Here's what most people don't know: your muscles don't rebuild during workouts. They rebuild while you sleep. But they can only do that if you give your body the right tools. So today, we're going to look at 3 powerful bedtime foods that can help stop muscle loss, rebuild strength, and support better mobility even as you age. The last food we'll talk about may sound strange, but just 1 spoon before bed could transform how strong and energized you feel in the morning. Stick with me. Let's start with one of the most overlooked muscle healing fruits hiding in your kitchen. Food number 1. Cottage cheese, the slow digesting protein that feeds muscles all night long. Let me tell you about a man named George. He's 72, retired firefighter, still walks his dog every morning, but lately he said to me, "Farm, I'm doing all the right things, but my muscles feel like they're shrinking." He wasn't imagining it. Most people over 60 lose 3 to 5% of their muscle mass each decade, and the body's ability to retain protein becomes weaker with age. But the solution doesn't require fancy supplements, just a humble bowl of cottage cheese before bed. Cottage cheese is rich in casein protein, which digests very slowly. While fast-digesting proteins like whey are great after workouts, casein feeds your muscles gradually for 6 to 8 hours while you sleep. It's like giving your muscles a steady drip of nutrients all night long, exactly what your body needs when muscle repair hormones like growth hormone peak during deep sleep. But here's what makes it even more effective for people over 60. Cottage cheese also contains leucine, an amino acid that acts like a key, unlocking muscle protein synthesis even in older muscles that don't respond as well as they used to. In one study, older adults who ate 30 grams of protein from cottage cheese before bed had significantly better overnight muscle recovery and strength maintenance. George added half a cup before bed, sometimes with a sprinkle of cinnamon, sometimes with chopped walnuts, and within weeks, he wasn't just keeping his strength, he was building it back. So how do you use it? Start with 1/2 to 1 cup of low-fat or full-fat cottage cheese about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Add cinnamon, berries, or a few pumpkin seeds for taste and extra nutrients. Avoid sweetened versions or ones with added fruit syrups. They spike your blood sugar and cancel the benefits. It's creamy, filling, and quietly repairing your muscles while you sleep. 2. Walnuts, the anti-stress nut that saves your muscles from cortisol damage. Now let me tell you about Sandra, a 68-year-old grandmother who couldn't understand why she was losing strength despite eating healthy. She said, "I'm walking daily, I eat protein, I even stretch before bed, but I still feel weak in the morning." So I asked her one question: "How's your sleep?" She paused. "That's the problem. I wake up at 2 a.m. almost every night, mind racing." That was the key, you see. Poor sleep triggers a spike in cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone. And cortisol is notorious for breaking down muscle tissue, especially in older adults. But here's the twist: one small food can quietly calm that storm and preserve your strength. Walnuts are rich in melatonin, your body's natural sleep hormone. Just a small handful before bed has been shown to boost melatonin levels naturally, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. They also contain all omega-3 fatty acids, which lower cortisol levels, fight inflammation, and protect muscle fibers from age-related breakdown. In fact, studies show that adults over 60 who regularly consume omega-3 rich foods like walnuts have better sleep quality, reduced muscle wasting, and even improved physical performance scores compared to those who don't. When Sandra added just 7 to 10 walnut halves to her nighttime routine, her sleep began to stabilize. Within a month, she noticed something incredible. Her early morning stiffness disappeared, she could lift grocery bags with ease again, and most importantly, her energy returned. So how do you use walnuts effectively? Eat 7 to 10 raw walnut halves about 30 to 45 minutes before bed. Pair with cottage cheese or a small banana for added benefits. Avoid honey roasted or candied walnuts. Sugar ruins the hormonal benefits. It's not magic, it's smart nutrition for aging muscle. 3. Tart cherry juice. The muscle healing elixir in a glass. Now, this last one might surprise you. It's not a high-protein food. It's not a trendy supplement. It's not even solid. It's tart cherry juice, and for adults over 60, it's one of the most powerful nighttime muscle protectors you can drink. Tart cherries contain natural compounds called anthocyanins, deep red plant pigments that reduce oxidative stress and inflammation in your muscles after a long day. They significantly increase melatonin production and improve sleep efficiency. In one study, adults who drank 8 ounces of tart cherry juice twice a day slept over 85 minutes longer per night on average, and had less nighttime muscle cramping. Tart cherry juice also reduces post-exercise muscle soreness and even helps restore muscle function after physical stress, something that's critical for aging bodies, especially if you walk, garden, or do light strength training. And if you struggle with joint stiffness, tart cherry juice may be a game changer. It reduces uric acid levels, so it's great for those managing joint issues like gout or arthritis, which, by the way, can keep you from moving freely and maintaining muscle strength. Drink 4 to 8 ounces of unsweetened tart cherry juice about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Make sure it's 100% pure tart cherry. Montmorency cherries are best. Avoid blends mixed with apple or grape juice, they dilute the benefits. So while your body rests, tart cherry juice goes to work repairing muscles, lowering inflammation, and deepening your sleep. Remember, you don't need to eat all 3 every night. But adding just 1 or 2 of these to your nightly routine can make a dramatic difference in your strength, balance, and energy levels in just a few weeks. Because the truth is, muscle doesn't disappear because you're aging, it disappears because we stop giving our body what it needs to hold on to it. And now you know exactly what it needs. If this video helped you, consider subscribing for more daily tips on aging strong, sleeping better, and living longer naturally. Sleep well, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next one.